Here with Dowse after a very spirited 1-1 draw. Dowse, we've spent a lot of these interviews in recent weeks bemoaning things that have giving
Yep.
away late goals, that sort of thing. And we could easily start by bemoaning decisions tonight, but I don't want to bother with that really. I just want to say that tonight I thought showed immense spirit from the lads.
I think I was just saying there, like, we're getting more players back in now. Max has come back in fit, which is great. I think it's only David Long King who will be back on Saturday. Who pit. I think you choose when you get your strongest side out there, you can compete. And I thought we competed unbelievable well to that ridiculous decision. And to concede in the 47th minute, I thought was harsh. But we did believe we were stuck with a game plan. We did believe we'll go gung ho over the last 20. Let's keep it tight for 20. Let's not concede a second. Then the last 20 we'll have a go, and that's what we do. We put Lozav on and we'll put Max on him. What a difference he makes. Max of a team of energy and the passion and everything else, and his fitness, and he gets around more than anybody, and he done really well. And to set up Innie, and there was a great finish by Innie as well. I was really pleased with the players, and I do think we're turning. I do think for the first time in a long time we've got the first 11 what we want out, or first 16 we want out. I do think the squad's getting stronger, and when you haven't got a big squad, if we get everybody fit, even Sol coming back tonight was Sol's best game for a long time because of COVID, and his lungs were miles better tonight. And at the start of the season we had him and Incy in there, we weren't bad at all. But with Sol's lungs, he's definitely showed a massive improvement tonight. And obviously, if I had a bit longer, I would have put George on as well. But we're always going to hype for the kitchen sink at it. But thanks to the supporters as well for backing me again tonight. And it has been a tough couple of times for all this year. If we've got the best 11 out, or best 16, or squad best 18, then we can have a crack at the top 10. I've always said that.
So, as I said, great spirit, 75 minutes with 10 men. You show great spirit, but 99 times out of 100 you don't get your just results. You don't get anything from that, do you? You don't expect to get a point in a game like this, especially away at somewhere like Dagenham. So it was just so heartening, I think, for all the fans to see the equaliser come.
And I think if we can give a bit more as a team, and I can give a bit more as a manager, we'll get supporters back on side. Not so much me, because but the players can be, because if you give everything, the fans appreciate that, and that's what they keep on doing. It when they see as if they're not giving everything, that's when we have problems. So I thought tonight the lads give absolutely everything, left everything on the pitch. I thought it was a really good performance, just like I did Saturday. I thought we've done really well Saturday in the second half against Southend. So I do think the tide's turned a bit, and I do think we're on a front foot now, and can't wait another tough game against Notts County. So but it should give a lot of heart. A tough place to come here, a good side obviously, and good manager, and but the bottom line is I feel so our lads are getting stronger as as the weeks are going. I've felt it for the last 2 weeks, so hopefully we can build on that tonight and go forward.
And you could name check a lot of people from tonight, but a few players who maybe had a bit of a sticky patch earlier in the season seemed to have really found the new lease. I thought Tom Champion was excellent tonight, and organising as well. So, as you say, Solomon had seemed off the pace really on a few games, but tonight he was back to what he was earlier in the season.
It's just the COVID stuff. We'll give a couple of people a rest. Casey had a rest tonight. Jack Rules, for example, what a talent he's going to be, and what a talented player we've got, but he's not quite right at this minute. He will be by next few weeks. I think we've just got to work on him a little bit to get his body right, and he felt that on Saturday, and he was upset about it actually. But we'll get him right. We will, and once we get him right, he's an unbelievable player. We've rested my captain tonight to give him a breather. We had a lot of games lately, and a couple of us, and all the rest of it. Hopefully we can get the Ince thing overturned. If we get that overturned as well, we've got George coming back in flying as well, which is a big boost for the club. And so I just think, with Joe McMurray down to get in, and David Long King trying to get in. And I tell you, if we go into Saturday with everybody fit, we'll have some selection problems, but I also think we're a blinking good side when we have.
And finally, in terms of tonight, I mean, I thought the substitutions worked well, and we were able to put pressure on them just by having fresh legs up front, didn't we?
Definitely. Sometimes you get subs wrong, as and sometimes you do them. The manager's biggest thing, you ever do them too late, too early, whatever. But you get them right. You get them right tonight. We got them right. We talked at half time about sticking to the game plan by not conceding early, because I think people may expect 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, because that's what happens when you go down to 10 sometimes. And but we didn't. We stuck with it very well. But the lads knew who were coming off and what times were coming on. And we got it right tonight. Sometimes you admit you do get it wrong, and I've always been like that, but I thought we got a spot on tonight, to be honest.
Finally, for me, I mean, those who weren't here tonight wouldn't have seen it, but for me, I think it was a very heartening display. It's just heartening to go away and see the effort there, and a 1-1 draw doesn't really sum up, I think, what tonight felt like, really.
Well, I think so, no, because it was they left everything on the pitch and all that. But I have sensed the turn against Stockport. I do think that we're on the way back. I do. That's the honest truth. I'm not just saying it. I do think we're capable of getting some good results to end the season and carrying on for next and making we're a force again. I do actually believe that. So if I didn't, I wouldn't be here. And I just thought it was another step in the right direction tonight. We're going to make sure we prove again by doing it, talking on the pitch on Saturday in front of another big crowd at Kingsfield.
Great. Thank you for your time, Dowse.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Cheers,